Okay, everyone, we can, a much smaller crowd, and to those of you that really enjoy nighttime soap opera TV and had to be here tonight, had a pleasant conversation with the Finberg children there as I was on my way out, and we may even have reached an agreement in principle how to cohabitate. Who'd have thought?
Miracles do happen.
Oh, yeah, just for this goes back 2 generations to 1970, and I don't even remember who's Hatfield and who's McCoy, but here we are. Mr. Ronan, you're up.
Okay. So we have been working on the lift station at the Agriculture Center for quite a while now. And we estimated that project would be under the formal threshold bidding process. So we tried to procure the project going through the informal process, received proposals, and got only one proposal back, and it was over the threshold, so we had to rebid. So we advertised and bid formally. Once again, only received one bid, so we had to re-advertise, and we've done everything, still received just one bid. But we have received one bid. We've gone through the process. We have a bid in hand. The bid never changed from the informal to the formal process. The apparent low responsible bidder is Terry's Plumbing and Utilities, and they have bid to complete the project for $522,285. And I'll be glad to answer any questions pertaining to this. If not, yes.
Michael, when could they start, and what's the expected completion date?
There's lead time on some of the materials.
Getting equipment.
We could be late fall, getting it complete, late fall, waiting on vaults particularly.
Do we have
So,
an anticipated budgeted amount or what we?
300,000 was the anticipated budget.
You said
Yes,
formal.
yeah, so, and they came at 522, so. And you did approve a budget amendment in the consent agenda to cover this, so.
And this will cover, the Ag Center
This covers the Ag Center, and it is designed to handle the hotel as well.
and the hotel. But, further on down towards, John Deere and all, that's another project.
We're working on that project now too.
And we're awaiting topo and final survey from the property owner.
Very good. So, quite frankly, I think with the, cost versus reward in either of those areas, it's a small dollar project for, the kind of tax base we'll be looking at, I feel like.
Okay.
Very good. Okay.
So we recommend awarding the contract to Terry's Plumbing for that bid price.
So we need a motion, Counselor? I'll entertain a motion to award the bid for Terry's Plumbing and Utilities for the as described pump station and force main project of $522,285.
So moved.
So it's moved by Councilman Burke, and do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Charlie Swears. All right, and, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, hearing none, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roman. Next up in the engineering world, Michael Leonard. Michael Leonard's associate.
Mayor Pro Tem, apologies on behalf of Michael Leonard. He was not feeling well. He's under the weather, so he sent his.
So we got a half of Michael Leonard.
But twice the number of questions.
Thank you, Clark. Thank you, Council. So first item is parking options considerations on North Randolph Avenue. Over the past months, that engineering staff has been visiting the area in question on North Randolph Street, where on-street parking is currently allowed. At the last council meeting, citizens brought up concerns with parking and site distance issues while entering Salisbury Street. During staff visit, it was noted that number of vehicles parked varied significantly, but I actually went by at 2 o'clock today. There's 6, all in a row. So we prepared 3 options for your review. Option 1 is actually drawn in your packets. It's just putting out markings to ensure there's no parking 50 feet from the edge of pavement of Salisbury, but this would still allow on-street parking for the remainder of the street, but would allow adequate site distance off Salisbury. Option 2 would be completely prohibit parking on Randolph Avenue at all times. And then option 3 would be prohibit parking on North Randolph Avenue between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., which still would allow overnight parking for residents in the area. And that would be more of the staff recommended option if you were to take action.
I like that too.
Any questions about the proposal?
I take it the 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. would also include the, street markings of 50 feet.
We can, yes, sir.
In addition to
Ye-
the hours of operation.
Yes, sir.
Do we have any other similar situations in town?
Not,
Like, do we have any precedent for,
so downtown, there's a lot of, parking hours and, since I've been here 3 years, we've done 2. I think one was Kivett, most of Kivett, we did just no parking along the street. So that's only I'm aware of in the last little bit.
I think we did Cliff.
Cliff.
Across from, Linden Park School.
Good section of Rich
Yeah.
Avenue, no
Yeah.
parking.
Well, what is going on there? In the lot, they're building a parking lot there. Is that legal?
That'd be my
Zoning law?
zoning.
So, I mean, they,
I guess
Yes, sir.
they're building what was gonna be the car sales lot that got
correct,
approved.
they're building what was
to do with it.
approved, and so we've been going through the permitting process with them on that, as far as, on the lot, on the corner, not the lot further back off of, I believe the lot on the corner is 137 Randolph, but not the lot that, is off of East Salisbury Street, that was, requested and denied, a few months ago, so,
That was a former residence.
Correct.
Turned out.
yes.
So the hat trick will be is what do they do with that lot, and then does that comply with their zoning permit?
Well, they're gonna claim to sell vehicles there, aren't they?
Right.
In the lot that, we talking about the lot that they're
It's the
fencing?
quality of what is for sale will soon come in question.
It looks like to me includes the whole lot. I mean,
Yeah.
The fence is all the way out, so.
and there's already stuff sitting there?
This-
Just for information, DOT was involved in.
correct.
The original fence location was in the site triangle and.
Yeah.
Encroaching on the right of way, DOT met with staff out there and it was relocated to comply with DOT right of way. That was the reason that you had the hanging fence for a couple of days.
I can't recall seeing anybody go to so much trouble to put too large a business in too small an area. I'm not sure what's driving that action, but it certainly is.
My only question about would be Randolph would be how the residents feel if we prohibit parking from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Of course, it'll be faster, I guess we'll find out more.
Well, I guess if we enact it, we can repeal it, but
Yeah,
they wanted us to do something.
Let's do it.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I move we adopt, proposal number 3, which would be the required markings close to the intersection of Salisbury and Randolph and, limiting the hours of parking, street side parking from 6 to 6.
We have a motion by Mr. Bell. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Heath. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll find out what the neighbors think now.
Be careful what you wish.
One about that,
You can always change it,
we need to enforce it.
for sure.
I mean, we need to enforce it. I mean, we can say it all, but if we're not gonna enforce it, then we're wasting our time, you know?
Or worse, actually.
Yeah.
Do we address the $5 parking tickets now, or?
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
$100 a month to
Yeah.
park in front of Will
Yeah.
Hoyt's office is a bargain.
Yeah.
All right, talk to us about hangers.
All right, so item 11 would be hangar lease amendments for existing hangar leases. So you have in your packets a proposed airport lease agreement prepared by City Attorney Jeff Sugg, amending former leases to allow subleasing of hangars A, J, K, L, M, P, and Q as recommended by the Airport Authority at its last regular meeting.
This has received the airport authority's blessing and
Yes, sir.
approval.
Now,
And of course, Jeff-
council, do we need to open this up for a
Jeff's more
public
important
hearing?
than that.
Okay. Our next item, we've got the item before us. We will open as a public hearing an invitation for comment on the amendments to the lease hanger arrangements. Is there anyone here that would like to speak on or ask questions about the lease hanger agreements at the Asheboro Airport?
And I will note for the record, it was advertised in the Cougar Tribune as required by statute.
It's been properly advertised, and hearing no voices from the crowd, we'll close the public hearing, and now we can ask for council action on adopting this as a resolution.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I move we adopt a resolution authorizing the amendments to the hangar lease agreements by reference.
Can we have a motion by reference? Do I have a second? Second, Mr. Burks. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now, tell us about the terminal building. You got plenty of money for us?
Hope so. So you have in your packets an amendment to number 1 to work authorization number 3 between the City of Asheboro and WK Dixon. This is for an archaeological study which was requested by North Carolina Department of Natural and Cultural Resources, State Historic Preservation Office, otherwise known as SHPO, for the NEPA, which is the National Environmental Policy Act compliance. Request testing would occur within the area of potential effects prior to any ground disturbing activities concerning the location of the proposed new terminal building. This archaeological testing would be completed by TRC as a subconsultant of WK Dixon and would cost $14,295. $295, sorry. And staff recommends adoption of amendment by reference.
No arrowhead.
Well, this sounds like an unpopular item, but yet probably a very necessary one. So, folks, you have it in front of you. It's a step. Do I hear a motion to proceed with the plan?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I move we adopt the amendment number 1 to the work authorization number 3 by reference.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Charlie Swears. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
$14,000. I don't want them to find any artifacts, but I sure be curious.
If one didn't really have a whole lot of choice in that matter.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
I
build
find
it,
Orville Wilbur's old wheeler.
if you're gonna build anything, you have to do it.
We're sure what kind of baffles that period, right?
Yeah, because it's within a half mile of his state certified storm site,
Yep.
unfortunately.
Okay, tell us about regional hazard mitigation plan.
Thank you, Mr. Moffett. The city, you may know, is not actually required to prepare a local hazard mitigation plan. Obviously, it is good practice to do so. And state and federal policy encourage preparation of these hazard mitigation plans through funding that those governments make available to cities and counties. So jurisdictions that wish to apply for state and federal funding related to mitigative measures have to have gone through a process of discussing, reviewing, and adopting a local hazard mitigation plan. And that is done in consultation with FEMA and the relevant state agencies. The city did participate in development of the most recent update to the regional hazard mitigation plan. This is done between Davidson and Randolph counties. So that's a 5-year plan. We've been participating in the update of that plan for about the last 12 months. All the member governments within those 2 counties are asked to consider endorsing that plan at the governing board level, which again is essential in order to be eligible for grants that may be made available for mitigative action. So our suggestion this evening is to adopt the resolution in your packets by reference.
Any questions from Mr. Nuttall?
I've got one question. So,
Only?
yes, I might have two. So it made reference in a chart in the back, kind of related specifically to Asheboro. The city will move to adopt updated regulatory maps and related regulations as information becomes finalized. Action will include assisting with public awareness of the updated special flood hazard areas. And then there was another area that said, with new flood maps expected to become official soon, there will be new opportunities for public awareness and education campaigns. This kind of fits with what we were talking about earlier.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
do you have any comment on that?
The applicable floodplain maps, I believe, were adopted in 2008 or 2009. We've known for a while that there is interest and effort to update those maps to reflect current conditions. That process has been ongoing for quite a while now. There are preliminary floodplain maps that have been published by the state. We have communicated those through our various social media channels. We are just awaiting the state to finalize those maps before we formally bring those to the council for adoption. So I'm not exactly sure when that will happen, but most of the work necessary to produce those updated floodplain maps has concluded, and we're just waiting for them to ask for adoption.
I'll add two comments. One, if you'd like to see the preliminary maps, they're linked through the county's GIS website.
Okay.
They have them advertised, and they have a window where you can look at your properties kind of before and after. And this subject property that we were discussing earlier tonight has some slight adjustments. It's a few feet here and there. It's not a lot, but there are adjustments. And it does note at the bridge that was discussed, there is an issue that DOT will have to address.
Okay.
Not a responsibility of us or the developer. And then second, due to Hurricane Helene, it was discovered that the contractor who did the maps decades ago did not account for sloping. And so the maps are now have not been adopted because they're redoing them all in the western part of the state. So there's a great article, if you have time, you can go to the Washington Post and read it. And it shows you what the competing contractor showed, and they were accurate. And the contractor who won the job is what you got. So it's a great article. It's an interactive map as well. So if you're very interested in that kind of stuff, it will delay everybody's implementation. So Trevor and I have conferred, and the potential contractor for this site has been informed that they'll have to comply with the preliminary maps.
Okay. And I also saw reference to debris removal and how important that is. Can you speak to that?
What Ms. Heath is referring to, there's a table, I think, on about page 382 or so of that report, and it does describe various actions that have been ongoing by the city and new proposed actions. One of those that we have been conducting, continue to pay attention to, is removing debris that does collect within our storm drain infrastructure that blocks, obviously, storm water from making its way into into that infrastructure and then causing flooding. So, storm debris, just natural collection of material that gets into that infrastructure is a constant concern for us, and something that we are pretty consistently removing and pay extra attention to, as we know these storms, if there's a large storm coming, then there's particular attention paid to make sure, open up those, those drainage areas for that rainwater. So yes, that's an important action that will never come off of our strategy.
Anything else for Mr. Nuttall?
Thank you all.
Thank you. Trevor, were you online at the last RPO meeting? I didn't think I saw it, but I was having to pay more attention than usual. Two things. One that Kelly brought up, a portion of the way it's described of Salisbury Street and 42, be Salisbury Street and be 42 to Dublin Road. It's supposed to be bid in March. It's coming here. But the portion from Dublin Road down past the Y and all is joined with a section that goes all the way to the 64 bypass, part of a $34 million project that doesn't have a potential let date. So we may have to see if we can get that reprioritized, because the original staking went up to Staples to tie into that. So if you get a chance, can look into.
Sure.
Because that was what was on. You can pull it out of you got the.
Agenda
email, I know,
packet, yes,
yeah.
sir.
And then, like, due to, short story, due to Helene funding, they pulled the number of scoring projects from 25 to 18, but our airport project with the hangars and all, and the taxiway extension at around $7 million is still on the list. And scoring well, so that's good, and then that coupled with the whole different project, different funding with the terminal project.
I will look into that. That segment of 42 to 64 to Dixie Drive is an important
Yeah.
corridor to get.
But anyway,
Thank you for that.
You got the same thing I got, too.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, before we move on, with your permission, can I
Oh,
get,
did we skip that?
I get this, yeah, you about to take action on what I was gonna ask you about?
Well,
We'd actually get a vote.
you do need, all right, so back to item 12.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I will move that we approve this resolution adopting the Davidson-Randolph Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Ms. Heath has made a motion. Do I have a second? Second, Mr. Burks. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All, motion carries. Okay, we're caught back up. Back on our agenda order. Well, I guess this is the biennial period that we have come to in our lives, where we have office holders, we have candidates, we have candidate office holders. So best wishes and luck to everyone for willing to subject yourselves to this process. Clark and I will observe with much amusement and enjoyment.
Best wishes.
The best to everyone. It's a process. It's just something to go. That bar's low.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, can I ask about the letter that Ms. Gregson sent us? Is that being addressed by someone, what she requested there?
I think that's an
Duncan?
endorsement of the parking study. She's endorsing the findings that said the crosswalks to be improved. We're already looking at some alternatives. The Hawk system that one of the proposals in there that wasn't discussed thoroughly, just for the signalization is $150,000. We can pave a lot of streets with that, so we're gonna look at cost alternatives that might be as effective and affordable.
So we're addressing what she.
Yeah, she's basically endorsing what was.
She's got a really popular place there, and we need to work.
Yeah, there is a crosswalk there. It is used a lot, but it also is not it's, with the speed through there, people are looking past it, so we're gonna try to find ways to push people slow down.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, but she was endorsing the findings of the study.
Given the proximity of the fire station, the speed hump's not gonna work, so.
And just
I think
keep
I
in,
think it speaks to all the downtown crosswalks that are mid-block. I mean, even to a lesser extent on Sunset, but particularly the one on Church Street.
keep in mind the Church Street crosswalk is a NCDOT roadway, so we will be working with them on any solutions that we come up with.
That would be the state. Mr. Trogdon,
Yes, sir.
anything to share with us tonight?
Well, I just send best wishes to Mayor Smith. We missed him tonight. Hope he's feeling better and look forward to seeing him soon.
Thank you, as do I. Mr. McCaskill?
Don't have anything to say?
Mr. Burks?
Same as Mr. Trogan, just continued prayers for Mayor Smith.
Mr. Bell? You happy as I am, aren't you?
I am.
Mr. Swears?
I'm sure y'all got the same email or whatever I got, or saw the post about the, more of the homeless downtown that was addressed. I noticed I went to the gym the other day and they were, camped out there beside the gym. So I would encourage or ask the police to keep up there, which I know they're doing, but, do whatever they can do to make the downtown area a little bit less, encumbered by homeless people.
As it continues to be a tough challenge to,
Yeah, it does.
to establish the labeling of vagrant versus homeless
Yeah.
versus, challenged. So, yeah, you know, it's a mixed bag of tricks, what to do. Ms. Heath?
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, Charlie, because I was gonna mention the same thing, just that I've had some comments from some people just with some concerns, and I think we need to continue to regularly talk about it at council, just to tell people what we're doing and what we're working on and how we're trying to address it and help people. Also thinking about Mayor Smith, I definitely miss him and wish him all the best always. And I just also want to recognize we've had a lot of our city team members working in some extreme heat, some extreme weather, and just appreciate their work so much because they keep the city running every day. I just appreciate it. I know we all do.
And before you, we have our normal list. I think there was a sign up for the employees' night baseball game.
Yes, and if anybody still needs tickets, we have a few left. We've got a big crowd coming, maybe 350 plus already, so looking forward to that. Do you have an update of any information, if it's far enough along to even have an update about the Toyota ball game with the University of South Indiana pitcher? So we do have a special event. It's on there is August 1st at McCreary Park. It's a special thank you to Toyota coming up on August 1st. It's an invitation event from Toyota employees. There's about 250 Japanese employees on site that are being invited, and it's going to be a special thank you. They have Zookeepers have a fantastic pitcher this year who's a University of Indiana graduate. Yamada is his last name. I didn't want to get that wrong.
I was going to say, you can't say his name.
He's doing very well, and so we're hoping to have a good game for him. They're coming to see him play. Japanese are more enthusiastic about baseball than Americans, so that's going to be a wonderful thing. It is also an employee appreciation night for Toyota and for Energizer. So we already have almost a sold-out game. Council's invited, the commissioners are invited to say a special thank you, and we're going to have some good baseball. Fingers crossed the weather holds out, and good food.
And my understanding is we now know if you go on to get Zookeeper tickets, 99's most you can order at one time. They tried to order 300 and it locked the system up. And who knew in Asheboro? And there was some talk of Toyota may bring this young man's parents.
Too early to tell you.
Too early to tell.
Too early to tell you.
If they do, we do have Japanese interpreter available employee at the zoo. There has been a film team at the zoo working on similar to the Nat Geo series that we had. It was on Nat Geo, and it's a Japanese production. And apparently, the tradition in Japan on New Year's Day is to sit around and watch shows about zoos. They are really into zoos. And this New Year's Day will be one of the featured zoos. And they've come over here with a huge production company making this TV show. Anyway, you never know. They think I'm crazy to watch cars go in a circle for 3 hours, but I do. But anyway, if we should have those visitors arrive, we hope to entertain them with zoo things, so they can get to preview the New Year's Day. But
there's a full list of calendar events coming up for the next 3 weeks, so just to let you know, if you have any questions about any of those. And one that's not on here is this man's having a birthday, Sunday?
Thank you for pointing that out.
You still with us?
I'm here. As I like to say, I don't know. I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and I was staring at Steve Martin. I don't know what happened to that young fella I used to know. He just turned gray-headed. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Is there anything else to claim our attention tonight, as my cousin Van likes to say? Hearing none, we call this meeting adjourned.
Good job, Walker.
Good job. Charlie Harper says it amuses me.